Hey guys, it's me, Hezette. I'm going to make my fourth video about Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, and it's going to be about my feet. So if you've got a thing where you get grossed out about feet, run away! Otherwise, hi! Welcome to my video. So this video is about my Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease foot, or feet, because I have two of them, and CMT is in every single cell in my body, and I can't get rid of it. So all I can do is make the best of it, right? So my foot. Here is my foot. My foot is fairly typical of your regular run-of-the-mill Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease foot. At least if you've got Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease type 1A. There's also type 1B, C, D, E, and then there's type 2, and type 3, and type 4, and type 5, and I have no idea how deep down that rabbit hole the types are. They're pretty deep. I don't think it's a bottomless pit, but we haven't found the bottom yet. So, but here's my feet. I don't know about other people's feet. I could try to get some other feet. Maybe I will. But in the meantime, my feet, type 1A. So, my foot has very high arches, which is called pes cavus. My foot has very curled up toes, which happened because the muscles were dying in my feet, and then the nerves are dying in my feet, and then tendons retract because everything just kind of curls up, because that's what happens. It happens. So my feet are kind of triangular shaped, and it's really hard getting my feet squished into a typical shoe. And I mean, I can go and spend a couple $100 at a shoe shop in a hospital. That has happened. Atrex makes great shoes. PW Minor makes great shoes. There's so many different orthotic friendly shoes. And what I really just need is decent arch support, because my arches are so high, and I spent one winter with flat shoes. I had like 2 or 3 pairs of just completely flat shoes because they were so beautiful and pretty, and they fit, and they didn't weigh that much, and I thought they were great. But because they didn't have arch support, I ended up with plantar fasciitis for about 6 months, and that is not something you want to go through. It's something that should only be happening if you're like middle ages and you're trying to lose weight, so you're running and you've got all the foot fat and then all the things, and you're just, that's how you're supposed to get plantar fasciitis. Not if you're like a petite little waif. I'm not supposed to get plantar fasciitis, but I got it. So that's a CMT thing. I have no foot fat, so you guys take your foot fat for granted. You guys can walk on your hardwood floor, or your ceramic floor, or your concrete floor, or your sidewalk floor, or you guys can walk down the street. Always blew my mind. I can't do that. So I don't get to wear really exciting shoes that I might have to take off and run down the street carrying my shoes. I don't get to do that. So I get to wear normal, regular shoes. But I'll tell you, recently I was using this cool thing called the Wish app. You guys have heard of the Wish app. I know you guys know about the Wish app. Wish. And Wish has some really cool things once in a while. And I found these shoes. Oh my God. They're so good. Look how pixelated they are. Isn't that perfect? So I picked up these, and they cost me like $25 after the shipping. And they're from China, and it's ridiculous. And then I picked up a pair in gray because, it's the same thing, just in gray, and I would like them to last as long as possible. And then I picked up a pair in blue. So I've spent like $60 on 3 pairs of shoes that are going to last me like the next couple of years. And I think that's fairly decent, because up until now, I've been purchasing a pair of Dr. Scholl's every couple of years at Walmart for $55. So I do not mind getting a beautiful pair of shoes that I never get to have for way less than I normally spend. And they've got just good enough arch support. I've got insoles in there. Thanks, Mom. And I love them. They're so good. Other problems with my feet. They are fairly numb, and I'm prone to burning them in the bathtub because I pour really hot baths, and sometimes I just don't check them before I throw myself in. And I have foot drop, or drop foot. It depends on how you want to call it, but I call it foot drop. So that means that the muscle in my calf are dead. So instead of being perpendicular all the time, and I'm just kind of floppy, and that's my feet, and I can't fix that. There's leg braces out there. There's this cool little clippy thing with an elastic that will hook onto your shoe, and it straps around your ankle, so it pulls the tip of your foot upwards so that you can walk without less problems. But I also have in-toeing because I don't think that my hips are properly set. So I'm constantly having to pay attention to every single step I take, or else I'm going to face plant, which happens sometimes. So that's like that's something right there, you know? And yeah, so I'm happy that I have good shoes. It's about time that I got a pair of decent shoes. My mom has found me some really good shoes. Skechers makes pretty good shoes. New Balance is okay. For some people it's CMT, but again, we're all different, and some people are going to find great shoes in like a Nike, and other people are not going to be able to wear anything like that. And then there's the whole orthotic leg brace thing. So once you throw the leg braces in, that makes trying to find a good shoe so much more difficult. They are out there. It just changes the game. So it's one more thing you get to deal with when you have something wonderful like Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. So yeah, what else is going on? I have to be careful with the shoes. I once had a pair of backless shoes, and I loved my backless shoes. They were so comfortable, and I loved them. And I was in high school, and I took the bus home, and the bus went down the street like a couple houses past my house. Like that's where the bus stop was. So I rang the buzzer thing, and then I went to get off the bus, and I got to the very last step on the bus. And as I stepped off the bus, my shoe came off. And the bus doors closed, and the bus pulled off, and the bus drove down the street, and I had to turn around and walk up the street in one sock and one shoe, and I had to go home, and that was it for that pair of shoes. And that just, somebody got a free shoe, and they probably couldn't do anything with it. But yeah, my feet, never a dull moment. There's always something going on. I would like some foot surgery, but I guess in Canada I'm not getting foot surgery because the foot doctor sees that I'm still walking around. And even though there's people in America that have insurance, I guess, because I can't afford anything, but I've seen them. They get tendon transfers. They get their toes straightened out. They put pins in your toes. It's amazing. I'm not going to show any of the pictures. They're not mine. I'm not going to gross you guys out. And I don't have any surgery on my feet. So I don't know. There's other people out there who've had the surgery on their feet, and they say they wish they'd never had surgery on their feet because they're a lot worse off for it. Other people have had it and say that it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. So I don't know, I'm on the fence. I would like new feet, but really I would just like a robot body. That would be epic. So I don't get new feet yet, but someday I might. And until then, I will just keep plugging away. Maybe someday my business will be successful enough that I can afford foot surgery. That would be awesome. I don't need tooth surgery, I need foot surgery for my Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. Isn't that weird? I want to say ironic, but I don't think it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.